This fluffy bandit strikes terror in the hearts of every small creature it meets. It's a tireless hunter whose belly is a hunger-fueled bottomless pit and whose domain is constantly expanding. This is the raccoon dog.
Hi, I'm Danielle Dufault and you're watching Animal Logic. Today we're talking about one of the cutest and fluffiest animals I've ever seen.
Raccoon dogs are canids and are distantly related to dogs and wolves, though they're more closely related to foxes. They're the only members of the Nyctectorus genus, but within the genus, their taxonomy is a mess. They're found natively in Japan and continental East Asia. Some scientists believe that the Japanese raccoon dog, also known as tanuki, is its own species, while others say it's just a subspecies.
Of course, that doesn't really matter much to them. All they really care about is food.
These hungry creepos have the most varied diet of all canids. They pretty much will eat anything, from roots to fish to birds. Rodents such as gerbils and voles are commonly taken throughout their range. In swampy areas, they eat turtles and poisonous frogs, and protect themselves from the toxins by producing extra saliva to dilute the toxins.
Yep, they drool themselves into being immune to poison.
During the winter, they're able to supplement their diet with carrion and, weirdly, feces.
This very diet might give them a bit of bad breath, but it helps them survive the cold winter months.
These ninja-like cuties are masters of stealth. Raccoon dogs are nighttime specialists. This protects the young from diurnal predators such as eagles and humans.
Their resemblance to trash pandas is a classic case of convergent evolution. These two nocturnal, omnivorous mammals developed similar traits based on similar habits and needs.
Like raccoons, who survive the frigid North American winters, raccoon dogs have a dense winter fur that protects them from the temperatures as low as -25 degrees Celsius. And like other hibernating animals, they rely on fat reserves to take them through the winter. Raccoon dogs will go into hibernation weighing about 7 kilograms and come out weighing just half of that. Those who don't get fat enough are unlikely to survive the winter in the cold parts of their range, like in Siberia.
So don't be too harsh on them for wanting to eat the world during the warmer months.
These wintering adaptations have caught the eye of humans, who see in their fur a marketable product. They have been hunted throughout history to make coats and hats. Things took a turn in the early 20th century when Russian trappers brought them to fur farms in the western part of their country to make it easier to get furs without having to import them from thousands of miles away.
This was what we call in the business a pretty bad move. As we all know, these fluffy boys are gluttons and are capable of wiping out native species in just a few years. And that's exactly what happened.
Some of those raccoon doggies escaped their fur farms and started breeding in the wild. Since then, they have become invasive in Western Russia, the Baltic states, Finland, parts of Sweden, and throughout Central and Western Europe.
They've been observed as far south as the French-Spanish border, and the UK considers them a species likely to become invasive in the near future.
Of course, they're only trying to survive, and it's not their fault that they were taken from their native range. But they also pose a huge threat to local bird, amphibian, and reptile populations. Because of this, local governments are actively trying to cull them. But these guys are almost ghosts and are nearly impossible to catch without the help of hunting dogs.